and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and so you may on Twitter the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of NeveN. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel and get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. Only my ears can guide me now. I follow the sound of cracking branches and leap as quickly as I can to keep up, but eventually only silence remains. Vakad? Where are you? And guys, I'm gonna be a little quieter because my mate is sleeping behind me. I realized how quickly the quiet of nature that I found poetic and inspiring until now could become oppressive. I don't know what kind of predators those forests might harbor, but I'm just a rabbit. No, Ellois, have some balls, damn it. You're not a child. Everyone's been telling you to toughen up since you got here, so you better show them what you're made of. I grab the grip of my rapier and pull it out of its scabbard, then turn my head to try and catch any sound that might come up. Shit. Not even a bird. Ellois, over here. Oh fuck, he scared me. I turn to the source of the noise. It doesn't seem for it to be very far. You keep talking, I'm coming. I resheath, then take a breath before moving toward Vakad's voice, who shouts him intermittently until I find him kneeling beside the animal, which is now quite dead. The stag smiles at me, and that simple expression seems more shocking to me than seeing the carcass of an animal of the same species as him lying on the ground. Excuse me. Nice shot for a first time. But look, we got unexpected help. He pulls the prey's head by its antlers, revealing three tears in the neck. Blood drips from them to form a small stream that gets lost amid the dead leaves. The snow leopard did this. I had to chase it away. It's bad enough I have to share with a weakling, but the wild animals get involved. Looking up at Vakad, I expect to see his usual grumpy look, but he's still smiling. That'd be teasing. No way I'm gonna pass up the opportunity. I need to answer him with a quip too. Are you sure you're Vakad? I was planning to spend my day with a rather grumpy stag. You didn't happen to see him in the bushes, did you? Well, I did find a stag, I guess. Didn't have time to chat with it to see if it was grumpy, though. Hunter chuckles and pats the corpse. It's a little icky, but a bit of dark humor doesn't hurt after all that tension. It's my turn to take a look at the dead buck. It's disturbing to see Vakad behaving so nonchalantly with it. I don't understand. Isn't this supposed to be a taboo for you? I mean, I'm not judging you. It just surprises me. I point to the carcass of his prey to make Vakad understand what I'm talking about. He seems to think for a moment before shrugging with a puzzled look on his face. Why? I killed 2 bandits. I'm a hero. I kill an animal and suddenly I should feel bad about it? Oh, it's not so much the killing of an animal that seems strange to me. It's just that killing an animal that looks like you. I could kill an anthrakin of my own kind and not feel bad about it, you know. Well, let's say it's a different moral for sure. I think Vakad picks up on my concern since he looks embarrassed and rubs the back of his head with his paw still covered in blood. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, I think. I know it's usually frowned upon to do that. After all, it could have been me. Stag lowers his eyes, plunging his gaze into the now lifeless eyes of his animal counterpart. That said, I don't think that sharing the same species makes us close to each other, and I believe the gods did more than give us our intelligence. I don't know if I explain it very well. This little trip surprises me more and more. I didn't expect to be discussing theology with a grumpy hunter deep in the woods in front of a dead buck. I think I understand, but, you know, we'd better settle down somewhere if you want to have a discussion about this kind of subject. The place isn't really that optimal for sure. He just nods before grabbing his game to put it on his shoulder, carrying it like it weighs nothing. Then he motions for me to follow him. I know a nice place. Come on. After a good half hour of walking, my paws are hurting and I'm struggling not to grumble too much. After all, this is my punishment for breaking a cat's loot, sort of. Besides, it gives me a better understanding of Vakad. He seems to open up a lot easier when he's in his element. Eventually, we come face to face with a rocky hill that Vakad begins to climb with ease. Oh no. Why do we have to climb? I hate it. Well, Ellois, focus. And inhale. It's okay, it's just a few rocks. It's not like he's asking you to climb a ladder. That would be a good reason to panic. There you go. Water time. Alright. Exhale. I sigh, and obviously the deer manages to hear it and sneers as he reaches for my paw. Tired already? I simply give him a jaded look before grabbing his forearm, and he pulls me along effortlessly, even propelling me over him. Yeah! Easy there, not so fast, and not so high! You should keep up with me if you don't want to be tossed around like that, and stop complaining or I'll carry you on my shoulder, right next to our prey. The nausea rises to my head just at the thought of being treated like that, but I quickly pull myself together so I don't suffer that fate. I even get a head start by climbing the small hill without looking back, knowing full well that the dizziness will go to my head if I do. The sooner I get to the top, the sooner this whole thing will be over and I'll be back at a reasonable height. Once at the top, though, I'm speechless for a while. The view is magnificent. The rock on which I perched offers a splendid panorama over a frozen lake below. This one glistens in the sunlight, acting as a gigantic natural mirror. As long as I don't look directly below me and ignore the emptiness, the place is really a little wonder. Ooh, that's pretty. While I'm busy contemplating the view, Vakad joins me and cuts off any sense of awe by dropping the animal's corpse. The more time I spend here, the more I realize that the romanticism of my songs will have trouble getting through to this audience. Okay, yeah. So, what do you think of that view? It's really, really beautiful, but couldn't we have looked at it from a little lower? I'm having trouble with the altitude and all that. What, are you afraid of heights, too? I groan before dropping to the ground, just so I don't get dizzy anymore. I already got to talk about my physical weakness the day before. No way I'll listen to that again. Let's change the subject, if you don't mind. You were telling me about the gods earlier. Now that's a very interesting discussion. And as usual, I'm showing an incredible talent for subtly diverting the conversation. Looks like I hit a nerve, but I'm fine with changing the topic. The hunter grabs the bone handle of his knife and begins to skin the beast before my eyes. I can look away. It's far too strange to watch him cutting up another stag. Not to mention that it's not exactly the most pleasant sight. The noises are more than enough to make me shiver. Ugh. What makes you think we're more than intelligent animals, then? Our ability to kill. Some people think it's an animal instinct, that it's normal for predators, but I'm living proof that it's not limited to them. So my question is, did the gods give me this ability, or does it come with intelligence? Do they give us the ability to choose our path by making us capable of deep thoughts? You know what it's like to be a herbivore, a prey. You know how I can feel. Isn't that just an excuse not to change? To tell ourselves that the gods made us this way? I know what it's like, but that doesn't mean I want to kill others. Besides, I still have instincts that rabbits generally have, so I'm not convinced that I have a choice in the path I want to follow. Although, thinking about it, my training yesterday proved to me that it is possible to go against my nature. And the Elbjorn helped me break free from those constraints, if only temporarily. And by the way, speaking with him, the change of subject is going to seem a bit abrupt, but something intrigues me. Go ahead. Anyway, we have time to spare. There's still some cutting to do. Lovely, but let's say I don't understand the interest you and the prince have in me. Am I missing something? It's true that he invited you in his little sparring session. Well, I can't speak for the prince, but as far as I'm concerned, it's more curiosity than anything else. Besides, among all the candidates of the contest, you're the one who annoys me the least for now. I guess that's a compliment coming from Vakad. Sort of. I smile and tilt my head, equally curious to hear about his opinion of me. Don't get too confident. Between that annoying diva and the colorful cunt with a broom up his ass, it's not hard to be tolerable. Oh, I see you've met Sven. It's in his nature to be unpleasant. Don't worry about him. It's in my nature, too. Doesn't mean I piss everyone off. For once, the hunter's grievances aren't directed at me, and I don't intend to complain about it. Besides, if you win, I won't be the only commoner with an important position in the castle anymore. And like that, someone else will have to suffer the crazy whims of the nobles. Which means I won't waste my time with them anymore. There you go, water time. Oh, and what kind of crazy whim should I expect exactly? Oh, if only you knew. The other day, King Lusk told me that a Vekadian diplomat wanted to hunt a mink and bring back its fur. And do you know what he did with it when I brought it back? No, but please go on. He used it to wipe his ass. Ha! I can tell you Lusk and I were pretty damn surprised when we heard about this. I widen my eyes and start to giggle. Vakad joins me and I try to keep his composure while resuming his story. A whole fucking day of hunting to find something to clean his ass. It's a good thing the king quickly put him in his place, or I'd have to do this every day. Ah, so you still tolerate the kings? I thought you were annoyed by all the nobility. They're noble without really being noble. They treat me like an equal, so yes, they are special. But not in a bad way. Let's just say they're bearable, like you, for now. I think I see what you mean. After my training with the prince, I could safely say he is, unpredictable. He has a lot to prove. It's not easy to follow the path of his adoptive fathers. 2 successful warlords. Something tells me he's going to want his big moment, too. You should be careful around him. I raise my eyebrows, questioning Vakad with a look as I try to figure out what he knows about the bear. Be careful? I doubt he's dangerous. Well, not to me, anyway. He's pretty good-natured, not stupid from what I've seen of him. Oh, I don't doubt it, but he's got ambition, power, and pretty tough opposition in front of him. He's going to want to prove something sooner or later. I shrug, not sure what to make of it. Clearly the bear can be a bit of an asshole, but he's also shown his good side. However, I realize something rather strange. You talk a lot about the others, but who exactly is Vakad? Stag grimaces and gives a good stab to slice cleanly through one of his game's legs. Vakad is nobody. Always so dramatic, that one. I rest my elbows on my knees and put my chin on my paws to better observe him. The hunter looks up for a moment and seems puzzled by my sudden interest in him. What? It's true. Even I have no idea who the fuck I am. For a moment, I think the buck is making a joke while keeping a perfectly serious look on his face, but he grunts when he sees that I'm waiting for the punchline. I don't remember anything. I don't even know how I got here. All I know is that I'm good at what I do. Oh, so that's why he's so focused on the whole hunting thing. It's sad to think, but it may be the only thing he has left from his past. Sorry, I didn't mean to... shut up. If you think that hurts, but you don't know me well enough. Here, start folding the skin. It will keep you busy. Stag throws the bloody skin at me, and I hold back a grimace as I comply. I want to take back absolutely everything I was thinking this morning. This day is clearly no better than yesterday. You know, I'm grateful to you for showing me all this, and I figured I could return the favor in my own way. Vakad obviously doubts my ability to teach him anything, given the judgmental look he gives me. Ellois, it's time to show what you're made of. I'm not playing with his penis, no. I can't teach you how to be likable, but you know, I have a couple of techniques to make sociability within your grasp. I take a mocking look as I say this, which draws a chuckle from the hunter. This is a lost cause. I don't need to be social because I don't care what other people think of me. Oh, come on, give me a chance to do something for you with my many talents. For a moment, I think back to Mjolborn and the way he explained things to me through music. Could I do the same thing? Could I do that same thing with Vakad and hunting? You know, there are many predators that hunt in packs, so sociability is also useful for you. That's because they're not good enough to hunt alone. I wasn't talking about hunting literally. I don't know. Don't you want to settle down? You could find love, or even just have someone by your side for reasons other than hunting. What other reasons? I have the good reflex to slap my forehead at Vakad's complete innocence as to what I'm trying to explain to him. Naturally, all the blood that was on the skin I was folding comes squirting all over my muzzle. I let out a squeal of disgust and gather as many leaves as I can to rub my face while I hear a small laugh coming from Vakad. Okay, now, water time. At least, my misery is amusing to others. I guess that's better than nothing. Okay, I'll give you that. It can be fun to hunt with someone else. That wasn't really the message, but it's the start, I guess. The stag begins to gut the carcass, scavenging what he needs and throwing away the rest. He empties the bowels in front of me, which makes me gag both from the smell and the sound. I really picked the worst time to discuss romance and other aspects of being in a relationship. Are you going to tell me that you really have no other need other than to hunt? I eat and sleep like everyone else. Nothing exciting. If he keeps this up, he's really going to make me say it out loud. Not that I mind, but it's so obvious that it wouldn't occur to me that he'd avoid the subject without meaning to. Excuse me. You know, when two people really like each other, they fuck, sure. About time. So let me get this right. When you have to leave people alone, you are intrusive, but when they need explanations, you beat around the bush. I must say, it was kind of fun trying to get you to guess that. I'm surprised it didn't occur to you sooner. Besides, I can't imagine you're not successful in this area. I'm not really looking for it, though. It'll come when it happens. Well, if you want, I'm sure I can help you hunt, then. I heavily emphasize the word this time, and I wiggle my eyebrows at him with a lecherous look. Hopefully that'll be enough to make him understand the metaphor this time. Yeah, we'll see. For now, the hunter stuffs the offal into a bag, leaving the rest of the corpse there. And without a word, he runs down the slope. He's always so abrupt when it comes to ending a discussion. Hey, wait for me! I have short legs! I try to keep up, but at the last moment I realize how high up I am and suddenly get dizzy. Oh crap, grab something, Eloise, quickly! The momentum combined with the dizziness causes me to stumble right towards the buck, and I can only catch myself on his antlers. So here I am, hanging there with a small, embarrassed smile on my face as Vakad stares at me with a jaded look. I hope that's not your hunting technique. He sneers and finally grabs me by the hips and puts me on the ground before continuing on his way with an indifferent air. I know you won't believe me, but it was purely accidental. And who says it's you I'd want to hunt, Huh. Sorry, y'all. It's kind of late. Oh, good timing. Okay. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!